Good afternoon. Lee Mallett from Mallett Buildings. Thank you for watching. Today I'm going to talk about the cable retention system. I don't know any other company using a cable retention system. We designed this with the engineers probably 15 years ago. What that is in post frame construction, the posts are anchored 3 feet in the ground, which takes care of headwind. The cable retention system takes care of uplift. Tornadoes, when you have these hurricane storms, tornadoes have a tendency to try to pull buildings up. In the post frame business, a lot of the people are using post protectors. Good product, but what keeps the post in the post protector? I think if you look around what's happened during the storm, a lot of buildings were pulled out of the sleeves. So what we do after we get the building to grade, we take aircraft cable and we hook eye bolts into posts, and we go across and create a grid of cables. And they sit on top of the visqueen, and then we pour the concrete on top of those cables. And so they'll go parallel, and then we'll put an X right through the center of the building. So all these cables are sitting underneath the slab. So we've transferred the dead weight of the slab to the outer perimeter of the building. So in order for something to pull this building up, it's going to have to lift the slab. That would be highly unlikely. The only thing that's going to take this building out is going to be a tornado. Nothing's going to withstand the force of those type of phenomenons. But I don't know anybody else doing it, so be careful when you're buying a building from someone in the post frame. And let's compare it to steel and stick frame. Stick frame, they pour the slab first, they have anchor bolts, they take a double plate, and they screw it down to these anchor bolts. Whenever the Hurricane Rita hit Cameron, nobody could figure out why all the slabs were smooth. Well, after 20, 30 years, those anchor bolts had rusted completely out. The only thing holding those structures or those houses on top of the slab was the weight of the house itself. So when the water came, just pushed them off the slabs. Same thing with steel. Steel's going to do the same thing. They're going to build a slab first, and they're going to put anchor bolts. You can put a column that big, but the anchor bolt's the key. When that anchor bolt goes, you got nothing. Whereas in post frame, we're going to anchor the post 3 feet in the ground to fight headwind, and then we're going to put the cable retention system, which is going to tie the dead weight to the outer perimeter of this building. That's the difference in the three structures, or stick frame, steel, post frame. The only thing you need to be careful when these yahoos, these one-page yahoos are out there trying to act like they're contractors. They may sell you post protectors, but they're not going to do anything to secure the post within the post protector. So imagine, if nothing's holding the post and a tornado's hovering, sucking, he's going to suck it out the ground. He's just going to suck it right out of the post protector. Post protector is a good product. But if it's not applied correctly, and I do not know any of these guys that are doing that, transferring the dead weight of their slab to the post, consequently, you stand a chance of seeing some tremendous damage in the event a tornado during a storm or during a hurricane happens to hover above your building. I want to remind you, we've been in business 22 years, A+ rating with the BBB, over 20,000 buildings on the ground. I'm chairman of the State Licensing Board. I've been doing this for 22 years. I've been on the State Licensing Board for 15 years. And I had a comment about a guy a couple of weeks ago. If you go to court, I would be classified as an expert because of all the years of experience building and all the years of sitting on the board and going through so much. So to be an expert, you have to have a lot of experience. And that's in a court of law, I would be an expert. So I'm serving on the State Licensing Board, but it's about making sure that the contractors do what they're supposed to do. But anyway, thank you for listening. Share this if you please. Call me at 337-515-2154 or call us at 337-214-0428. Thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow.